Oh, okay. I was muted. I was just talking away. Welcome to another edition, Monday edition of B and BBH. I'm Kev, and thank you again for tuning in. And for those of you who are new to this channel, if you're coming in here, please subscribe, and especially if you are in the replay gang. Um, hopefully you won't be disappointed. So, well, anyway, let's get to this uh, nonsense and try to make at least a little bit of sense of it. Proof the 50-50 submission combos are bull. They're bull. They're bullshit. Why? Why would? Why? Why do people still take this conversation seriously after a number of years? I mean, especially if your situation hasn't improved. I'm just saying this is one of the conversations that bored people have on social media. And I think that at least once out of over 800 uh, videos of live broadcast of content, that, I should cover this at least once. And what a perfect way to bring it up besides Gabrielle Union. Now, look, it's whatever, Dwayne Wade. It's whatever on the whole conversation about how celebrities um, put themselves out there in foolish ways for the world to see. And most of that shit is just to keep the buzz going about them, just to keep them relevant and such. And this particular situation is about her keeping her relevancy because reports would have it is that she's paying 50-50 and she's afraid that she's going to lose out on the major Hollywood roles. Um, I mean, I mean, everybody's time come and goes, and it's not like she's broke. I mean, let me give you a couple numbers, because there's also this argument that somehow Dwayne Wade is strapped for cash, which is certainly not true. He's as far as I'm concerned an NBA All Star legend. Um, let me put the net worths out. You can Google this and you know do what with do what you will with the info. But Dwayne Wade at this time, his net worth is $170 million. Gabrielle Union's net worth is $40 million. So I mean, simple math will tell you what's the greater number. And there's a few ways to look at it. So I don't think Dwayne is strapped for cash. I think Dwayne, maybe, just maybe, might be playing the game and playing it pretty good too to get half out of a person who has already asserted control in her household, and it was willing, or at least it publicly was, by Dwayne himself, this public declaration of submitting to his wife. He does what she says. You remember the interview where she was talking about she wasn't gonna stop drinking casually when she wanted to, because Dwayne is an athlete and he has to stick to the highest standards of physical fitness. So he has to watch what he puts in his body, as opposed to Gabrielle Union, who is an actress, who probably has participated in all, if not most, of the weird Hollywood parties where they do all kinds of spirits, and spirits in very more ways than one, I would say. So yeah, she, was kind of hard pressed to depart the lifestyle completely, even if you are married. So, she wants to be lady boss, In order to be the boss of anything, I would think that it would be reasonable for you to pay. So, for a man to submit publicly to a woman, I would say uh, that was probably the deal. Hey, you pay half around here, yeah, you get to call some shots. Shoot, since you want to act like you steal and deliver from us, deliver us from evil. I mean, that was a cool movie, but it's I guess art imitating life, but social media, is kind of setting black social media on fire because here comes once again for the millionth fucking time amongst black folks that ain't doing half this shit anyway. I mean, I don't doubt that there's some guys out there when they say they pay everything for their woman, that they really they really are sincere about it. But when it comes to this 50-50 submission convo, most of that shit is cap. Most of it is. It is cap on the male side, and it's cap on the female side. Let me tell you why it's cap on the male side. You see examples of it in this space. All these little dudes that all of a sudden are putting on their capes and letting them mast in the wind, pulling against their necks and shit. That's how you know that ain't no woman submitting to the motherfuckers. All y'all do is talk about women. All y'all do is talk about women. So I mean, you're not getting submission out of a woman with that mentality. I don't give a fuck what you say. And I mean, like, I didn't go into my marriage some maniac husband that made all these requirements. Trying to run my house like I'm the great Santini, but it's not like that. I know how to. I have some skills and I know how to do a few things on my own. So, is if that's to be considered. I mean, but it's like the 50-50 submission convo and, the use of the celebrity example might be extremely futile to the person that doesn't want to open their ears and listen. But hey, let me go ahead and nip this shit in the bud once and for all. I told these to you men that listen to this program in the past. If she ain't gonna submit and she gonna disrespect you, broom her ass really quick. Don't be, don't sit there and take the abuse. You don't have to. You don't have to. And I mean, like, y'all can say what y'all want to about 50-50, because a lot of you saying, well, a real man takes care of everything. I take care. But see, the guys who do that, they found the women who are worth that. Not to say that all situations are the same. Some women independently step out and say, hey, I don't want to be carried completely because they want a certain position. And I think this is what is going on with Gabrielle Union. Think about it. $40 million should be a deal for any of us to be able to live for the rest of our lives. But for someone living a lavish lifestyle that wants to keep getting the latest and the greatest and the finer things in life, I mean, she's gonna have to keep it coming. And what happens if she runs out of money? Guess what? None of that lady boss shit anymore. Shoot. Why be insecure? Because just a couple months back, she said that she felt entitled to cheat. Yeah. What's that doing there? Oh, I didn't put. Oh my God. Oh, I'm late in the slideshow. Sorry. Oh, here we go. Whew. Gabrielle Union felt entitled to infidelity during first marriage. Now, this right here is a guy who probably was trying to figure his way. Like, look at his face. He's trying to figure his way out of this shit. But, he would be an idiot because he's with Gabrielle Union. Shoot. We have to understand with, us black men that, and please admit this, There's a very rare breed of us that don't care what people think. Many of us do. And how much was he willing to put up with? But Dwayne Wade happened, and whatever happened with that, because I'm not too much on the inside of situations like this. I just I'm doing this with very little research. I was doing other shit today, but I know a few things. She was entitled to infidelity because she was carrying the deal. This is what men warn men about all the time. If you if you're not paying everything, and this is what many of you say, and I do believe that much of this is cap. I mean, you say that men in that situation don't deserve any respect. You got to be paying 100% of everything in order to get a smidgen of respect, to be treated like a human being. And it's funny how one-sided we look at this. It's funny how one-sided we look at this. We treat the female as if she has every right to. Most would agree with Gabrielle Union on this. Most would, because we some peacocking ass dudes. We think everything is a demeasuring contest. Yeah, of course. I mean, and ain't nothing. And for real, if she's your woman, there's nothing wrong with taking care of your woman. There's nothing wrong with getting her everything and the finer things in life, but it depends on how she reacts to it, which either makes you a super husband or a super sucker. And this guy was in kind of a suck ass position. I mean, his woman's star was shining, and he couldn't bring as much to the table as she was. And just by cultural standards, that's no position for a man to be in, even if she was a famous celebrity and he whatever he was doing. I don't know what he was doing for a living. Like I said, I'm very light research on that. But if anybody has any, comment or any a little bit more insight than I do, feel free in the chat to say something. But anyway, yeah. So it's like you would think what's good for the goose is good for the gander, but we live in 2023. It's like everybody has their own set of rules these days, and they try to throw and force their rules onto other people, and is and what you got is chaos. So she says this. So now she's in the losing battle. She's losing roles to younger I don't know, more compelling actresses that are coming up in the game. I mean, because roles on average, they're in order for them to be excellent films full of energy, they're looking for that in between that 18 to like 35 demographic, and she's a little older now. I'm not saying that she's hit the wall or anything. How I know how some of y'all get, but uh but it is like you want to make big, brazen, bold statements, and this is for anybody. You can't expect people to uh let me put it to you like this: react to you when you're acting like shit in a good way, and that's male or female. And what I say, Dwayne Wade, he questionable too. Like he is. Like, look at this shit right here. Like, would you wear that in public? Like, and keep in mind, millionaires don't give a fuck. It's just that simple. Millionaires don't give a fuck. But okay, why would she even like this is what I don't like. Well, sometimes I do wish celebrities would shut up, because it's like you give us content in these spaces like this. And it's so much as a reflection of real life as anything. If you take the celebrity bit out, look, think about it. If I took this celebrity bit out of it, woman is afraid that because she's not having as much money coming in as she's used to, she's afraid that she's not going to be able to support get have her part because she pays 50-50. Now, some of the narrative is out there is like I said, they saying that Dwayne is strapped for cash. He need help paying bills from his woman. But, people don't want to realize or want to remember certain things. So, it's fuck all at this point. It's fuck all at this point. It's with people. It's more fight or flight. It's I got to do everything I can to survive my little stupid point of view. Let's see who's in this chat. Now there's a lot going on tonight. Lots of things going on a Monday. All right. So we got Officer Faulkner in the building. What's going on? Hybrid catastrophic impact X83rd power. What is good? Raven Knight, what's going on? Dwayne Wade is one big wuss. Yeah. I mean, look, the thing that Dwayne Wade is always gonna have going for him, despite the fact that he's been a father of the year for a few years, like in the past, and as black men, we should really want to commend behavior like that. But because of, you know, shit, his little boy, because of that, it will always be sort of a stain on his existence. And people will weaponize it all day. So spare me the hypocrisy. For those of you listening that might be perturbed and might be saying to yourselves, hey, why don't you stay out their business? I mean, they're public figures. Niggas can't stay out of regular niggas' business. So I don't know why y'all trying to raise the bar for everybody else. Paul Johnson, what's going on? Dwayne has been deballed. If she doesn't submit, you better not commit. I mean, because we as men are expected to make the best decisions, and that's a level of accountability that they don't have. So when we make decisions that cost us because of a woman, then it's our fault automatically. And a lot of brothers, although we are highly underestimated and such, we don't want to move away from that standard. It's not the majority of black men fault because a lot of sisters are hooking up with the same sorry ass niggas. And then when she finally finds somebody that may qualify, they just muck it all up. So I mean, it's all good, man. Mm. You can't like a lifetime in some places. This country off. You can't live a lifetime in some places in this country off of $1 million. I mean, they used to live in a certain way. They used to going to the best places, traveling. Uh, I mean, just it's an exquisite lifestyle. I mean, but that's the one thing about material possession. If you don't have the wherewithal within you, then that shit ain't gonna really mean anything. And I know that's easy for me to say because I do not own a Maserati or something like that. But shoot, said dude looks like a hostage. She probably has cheated. She has probably cheated on Wade. Look, I don't put anything past these couples. And Wade signed it. I don't want to know if you're playing me. Keep it on the low because my heart can't. Uh, Night ish. What is up? Good to see you. She pigs. I hope I never see any evidence of that. She didn't hit the wall. The wall hit her hard. I mean, Gabrielle Union is not a bad looking woman. She really isn't. But it's kind of hard to look at the beauty. And this is for anybody that's listening. If she has a dog shit soul, That's with any woman. You know, like these people get caught up in trying to base everything on looks, and this is not cap, but like really the woman fine is body wise. If her personality stinks, ain't nobody gonna want to deal with her or act all desperate and to just trying to say, hey, I can be the one to change you. Stop trying to put yourself in a position to be a substitute Jesus. I mean, some things just aren't gonna happen. To a full cuck ass simp. Christopher L. Howard is a retired professional American football running back who played in the NFL for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm sure there's an end to that story. People will never forget what he did to this kid. No, never, never. You're a black man. They are looking for chinks in your armor. There is always going to be that. And I don't mind it in this situation because black men should be looking at black men in certain ways. Isn't this what some of this is all about? Shoot, if you have a negative effect on your child's life, then and I mean like they don't see it as negative. So, but you know, what up, Dane One? I mean, people can live their lives the way they want to live them. But we know what the situation is with black men and all these agendas that's going on. Like my thing is, you got to become tougher parents. You got to. You can't let the system tell you what to do. And unfortunately, these people are in a position to where a lot of the times they can't say no. Not to say that they don't make their own choices, but the optics, as they say, the optics aren't very good here. What we need to reinstitute within our community is making black boys and raising black boys to become strong black men. I mean, don't throw them away. You a bitch ass nigga. You talking about throwing black boys away? I don't care who you are. But if you're going to have the audacity to complain about black boys killing each other and calling everybody dusty, ashy Negroes because you want to one up white people on calling black people niggers, then you can't get mad. But due to failed logic, they're gonna get mad anyway. So, hmm, yeah, way be pegging. Y'all, there it is again. There it is again, bringing up that word. Shoot, I don't know. I don't have any evidence of such. One can only assume. I mean, and I do understand and realize that logic comes from the fact that he publicly stated that he submits in his home, and that's not a good image for black men to not be the leader, the protector, and the provider. I'm quite sure he's the protector and the provider, though. But why be mad? But let me get more into why the conversation is BS. The submission conversation is BS. The 50-50 conversation is BS. Okay, number one, most of the people that are having this submission 50-50 conversation are either not in good relationships or they're not in relationships at all. I think people who are together and comfortable in their situations don't give a shit about this submission conversation. But deep down in everybody's hearts, they know the truth. We carry life a certain way. I carry life knowing in my household that the buck stops here. Whatever goes on outside, that as long as it doesn't infringe on when you get behind that front door, Shoot, we cool. Shit, even sometimes on the outside when we're outside touching grass. People who want to sit up there and argue about this bullshit 50-50 submission conversation. People want to sit up there and argue about this bullshit, got time to do it because they're not in the situation. Now you thinking, oh, are you talking about the men? Are you talking about the women? Figure it out. On the Black Manosphere, what am I supposed to be talking about? I'm talking about anyone who continues to waste their time with this conversation. I don't care. You just have to live out the consequences of such. Petway boy, raw B cheeks. Shoot, I hear all kinds of stuff. If a man don't pay, how am I supposed to submit? I say, what you're saying is he has to pay for you to act a certain way. I don't think that if it's not in you to begin with, that you're not capable of doing such anyway. That it feels like work trying to be something that you're not. It's 50-50 until they hear a bump at night, and I don't. There it is again. Come on, man. It's 50-50 till you don't. I mean, we have our different roles, and everybody's always trying to, they, like I said, they're on cap. They try to discard gender roles until it's not convenient anymore. Then these gender roles, they come in. Now, I mean, I'm just one of those guys that do believe in washing dishes. If I want the dishes washed, I'll wash them myself. But my wife knows how to wash dishes too. It doesn't have to be that big a deal. Most people get on here and think that submission is just that they act like they're 5-star cooks and, and or they have to be 5-star cooks, and all they're gonna see is pots and pans pile up and all this other shit. No, I was taught a few skills myself. Number one, how to multitask, which is a skill itself. You know, dumbass people don't know you wash as you go. That way it won't be that much shit at the end. People, they took this movie that came out in the early 80s and they ran with it like that was actual reality. Like the scene where Celie walks into that kitchen and is messed up from the ceiling to the motherfucking floor, traumatized us for generations. That's what they think submission is: washing dishes, getting smacked upside the head. And it's like y'all arguing over a bunch of shit that y'all don't do anyway. And if you wash dishes, it's because you're eating off the plates. If you cook, it's because you want to eat. You live in 2023. You're not, nobody's putting a gun to your head and making you do anything these days. Nobody. 50-50 is a first world exclusive issue, and it is the reason why we as a nation will be handing over the reins of global power over to who our real enemy is in the future. Yeah. They discard the American dollar. So I'm not saying all countries are doing that, but yeah, it's a slow process, but you know, it does that does come from worrying about bullshit all the time and not really realizing what's going on around you. But let me give you a challenge. Let me give y'all a challenge for those of y'all who say things like that, like a lot of the talking points using these spaces are a waste of time, and we should be talking about other things. Go take all that real shit to your nearest family member. In fact, make sure you're at a family gathering and start bringing all that real shit up that you say that we should be talking about. Go ahead. If you have a good result, you might have one of the realest families on this planet. They let Hollywood brainwash them because Hollywood is a $1 billion machine. Anything Hollywood is a $1 billion machine. Anything that we see that is pushed on that screen has a multi-million dollar budget behind it. So of course we're going to take it seriously because it's industry. It's an industry. It's 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 a way of doing things that generate a monetary value. So when there's value in it, we take it more seriously. Family members don't want to hear it because we got a lot of people that is and here we are going. Here I am bringing up stuff related to the pill logic. We got people that are stuck in the matrix, and they will fight. They will fight you tooth and nail. They will gaslight you just to stay in that reality. And with a lot of people, it's not worth the trouble. Raw B cheeks. The important countries are discarding the dollar. They are the ones that make sure we stay submerged in bullshit, like being in fair relationships when the nature of relationships was never fair. That is absolutely correct. And men throughout decades have been shamed so badly, especially black men, to the point where we gave up all of our power in the interest of such fairness. I'm not saying that we have to be oppressive and such, but hey, somebody got to cooperate with somebody. Well, I tell y'all are. Yeah, I saw a meme with Chris Bosch. Remember how badly we used to talk about Chris Bosch because he be doing this like this, like he be real sus when he's on the basketball court. Toya, till I fall asleep. Much appreciate you being here. I know I know that people on a Monday night are very busy people, so thanks for watching. And if you have not, please hit that like button. Yeah. Like I said, most people who argue on social media about the 50-50 and the submission and staying there for comments and replies, those are the people who don't have a situation to where they can even have the option of doing such. And what and what is and, and what is respect anyway? We'll get to that in a second. Chris Bosh got clowned so much. Bosh looked like a raptor. Yeah, we clowned the shit out of Chris Bosh. I used to look up YouTube. I used to look up this YouTube video, Chris Bosh doing gay things. They had one for Odell Beckham Jr. too. Man, them shits would be funny. But then, like, he got a nice looking little wife and he got several children. And I saw that meme. That's like the meme that had Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade in it. And the meme said, "We apologize. It was Dwayne Wade all along." Uh, yeah. Chris Bosh was a true homie. He knew how Wade got down and tried to take the initial blow of criticism. I said pause because he knew the truth would eventually come out. Oh no, man. uh, yeah, man. But these guys, these two in particular, they're not a very good. People use people use this couple to virtue signal. They're using the virtue signal, and it's just the things that they have said in the past that really just I don't know. It just gets on my nerves. It gets on a lot of people's nerves. I think the only people who gets on people's nerves more than these two is Will and Jada. When Jason Collins came out, there was a meme that showed Bosch on the phone with a smile. Yeah, but these two they catching up to Will and Jada. I think one day Will and Jada might fizzle down. And then Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union gonna take it over. I mean, look at what you're doing now. I'm insecure because I'm not getting movie roles and I'm paying half the bills. The fuck? Who cares? Why don't you just move into a smaller house? I mean, you don't have to be. I mean, shit. I mean, you don't have to be in a regular people's neighborhood or anything like that. But shit, I don't know. I guess when you get to their level, and where you're in the public's eye all the time, um, you can't stay in regular places because if you go to the grocery store by yourself, it's gonna be people with their cell phones trying to put them pictures on Facebook. Gabby, I disagree with that. Gabby is not in the same boat as Vivica Fox. I mean, as far as mentality, they come close. I mean, not she's not quite as hateful as Vivica, but Gabrielle Union is married with a family. So uh, so I wouldn't say they were the same, but I mean, I guess all B does feel like they're the same with the exception of a few. And speaking of Vivica, Mrs. We have a special set of problems we have to deal with. So in that light, I guess they are the same. Prime VA 757. Women alone crying about 50-50 when they struggle by themselves. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. But then when you're one of those 100-0 guys, then it is another argument because see, these rare women, I mean, that find a guy to do this for them. And I mean, there's a lot of guys that say, "Yeah, I do 100% everything for my woman." Or you got to look at the words that you do it. Is it your woman or is it your wife? The only person that you're really supposed to do 100% of everything for, and that is if that's your idea and her ideal world, the only woman that you're supposed to be doing that for is your wife anyway. A lot of these women are women who want wife privileges and they want to be the girlfriend. So, I mean, women online in particular, yeah. Women online that need to go outside. They're the ones arguing about this shit. And then but they got set back up too. uh, they always do. But so I guess it's 50-50 because half the time Wade get come on man. The other day he get hit with the Amazon position. Oh shit. I say yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Sometimes you can tell by the look in these motherfuckers' eyes that just a red flag, just like angry for no fucking reason. Why? Why be this way? Why be this way? Said 50-50. Screaming niggas broke, especially the females is always screaming niggas broke. Them be the main ones. Said fierce. I think that might have been what she was going for. Fierce. Oh boy. I mean, what was going through this man's head? But look at this picture. Look at this picture. Look at her. Look at him. I mean, shoot. You think that man? Do you think that man has a much bigger smile on his face in the present day? Yeah, but you guys in the chat, what are y'all input? Prime BA probably had quite a few of these conversations. What is the usual archetype to someone who try to argue you down about 50-50 about submission? Because, I mean, personally, I'm sick of the conversation myself. Submission. They think submission is just like, they think, they always try to associate it with slavery. Yeah, this is what you're saying. Hybrid catastrophic impact X83rd power. What you're saying right here is all by design. I mean, you would swear there were still millions of them out there. That's all by design. I mean, no woman can just instantly become fit, feminine, friendly, even tempered when she finds a man with money and resources. I mean, she sure as hell can act like it. I guess I guess depend on the race, but outside of that, it's one thing for guys to end up in a situation with a person like this. There's another thing for guys to just simply choose better, and choosing better does not entail choosing a certain kind of woman. Choosing better could just mean going into business for yourself and becoming your best version. Or married with kids. Yeah. That man said, "The women I usually go for are married with kids. Why? Just for some fun? I hope so. Cause don't get caught. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause ever heard of a crime of passion? It annoys me when they equate submission to slavery. Yeah, they let them. They let a movie, various television shows. They let all that shit tell them. I don't think you can get a woman to like. I don't think that you should go for submission in their context, but I mean, calling a spade, you're gonna have to follow his direction sooner or later. I mean, granted, he's bringing everything he's supposed to the table. Mm. Oh no. I mean, look, guys. I mean, if just remove everything you think about her and all the stuff she said, you probably say she's a beautiful woman. You would probably say she is physically, yeah. She's not ugly. She's not, but she has a dog shit soul. Women like Vivica Fox is given to dudes that break the law. Is worse than 25 to life. Vivica Fox is the kind of woman you have relations, like especially now. I mean, them booty call days, yeah, probably. Everybody was saying Vivica had something going on, especially when she played that stripper in Independence Day. Think of irony. She was a single mom in that movie. And Will Smith, Will Smith married her. And think about it. Although he ended up did paying the ultimate price in real life, Jada married a single father. Yeah. Yeah, bring it on and deliver us from evil. Yeah. You didn't mind that stank ass attitude and deliver us from evil. Yeah. Shoot, you didn't mind it at all. Now though, let me tell you something. I'm a fan of one person in this picture right here. I'm a fan of that kid because I mean, I don't know what it is. That baby is a wise baby because, like, I wish I could have put more pictures up here, but I ain't finna sit up there and post a kid like that. But she be having some of the most, like she be having the looks on her face like she is just a keen observer, or she just seen some crazy shit already. I mean, damn, there was that meme going around where she kind of had that nigga what look on her face. Kavia is adorable. Yeah, like I said, like but the look that she has as a baby, she always looks like she's the wisest one in the room. That's standing by Dwayne Wade. Well, by Dwayne Wade, by Gabrielle Union, by the son and the other one. She was bad in Bad Boys. And who was her boyfriend in that movie? Will Smith. Man, I'm gonna have to do some work like Will Smith leading ladies, man. That man he had Vivica Independence Day, and he had Gabrielle Union in in Bad Boys too. Damn, and look at how you looking at both of them now. I guess we can call this the Will Smith effect. And then look at Will's real life situation. Let me tell you something. If Vivica, Jada, and Gabrielle Union had a panel, man, that shit would be explosive. But I tell you the truth, man, motherfucking black women in public be giving you a dirty look for nothing. That kid is either going to have wisdom beyond the normal scope or be the ultimate reason to not raise a child in those circumstances. Because I mean, what are, like when she finally started, like I'm sure she's saying words by now, but when she finally started talking, what is she gonna say? I mean, I said Nia Long too. Oh yeah, I forgot about Nia Long with that Emmy Udoka situation. That man got another job in the NBA. I hear she wasn't very happy about that. Behind closed doors. I should have stayed. I should have put up with it. I should have submitted. I should have paid 50-50. Nia Long. Call that panel the Grove Sisters. Call it the 50-50 squad. Like Will Smith getting all the toxicity because he's such a nice guy, supposedly, except for when he slapped Chris Rock on stage in front of everybody, black on black. Probably what drove that dude crazy to do that shit and begin with. Why am I just being exposed to bitches? God damn, you know? Shit. In fact, Will Smith was the one that got Vivica Fox started. She was in the episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where he, again, her and Will were dating. Shoot. That was like one of her first roles. Funny how they act, and black men are always the one to put them on. I don't think Gabrielle Union got put on and Bring It On. I don't know. Did Gabrielle Union was in anything before Bring It On? I don't know. Art the stall. What's going on, man? Boy, somebody used some strong language and mentioned your name yesterday on a certain show. I'm not gonna say who it is, but his name is MOT. Yeah. And to think so many artists and entertainers would say they wanna with hell no. Them motherfuckers kissing ass. Shit. They kissing ass. That's oh, those are my celebrity friends. I better say good stuff about them. Fuck out of here. Nia thought that she was the exception. All these bitches will have to face that regardless of how successful they are. If a man want to cheat on you, it will gonna happen. Choose to stay or not. Mm. Not saying it's okay to cheat. We're not saying that. But all right, guys. Okay, I got 29 in the building. I hope all of you are pressing like. Let me check. Let me check the likes real quick. Check the likes. Come on, guy. Oh, okay. Got 31. Got 31. Cool. Thank you for pressing like on this video. It's for the algorithm. I wonder when J. Cole perform these days, do he omit those lyrics? I'm not sure what you're talking about. If you could put it in the chat for me. I would rather have a Papoose and Remy type or PQP. Yeah, who is PQP? Oh yeah, Remy ride or die. Remy Ma's ride or die. Shoot. Yeah. So yeah, it's just one of those straight 50-50 though, man. 50-50. You would still like with the way that we view these folks, you would still think that Dwayne was just paying 100%. But she a lady boss. She a boss chick. She wants the position of being a boss chick. So boss chick got to do boss chick stuff. Oh, Papoose. Yeah, I knew you was talking about Papoose. The lyrics, I want a real love that Jada and Will love. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. J. Cole. No, yeah, I wish yeah. I think J. Cole wishes he could take that back too. Shit. Jada and Will love. Why? Because they made that song together. Oh my love. I said I knew that was inauthentic. Shoot. Just crazy, man. It's just craziness, man. Craziness. This submission conversation. Yeah. For any ladies that might be watching, what do you believe submission is? You believe submission is tapping out to the sharpshooter or the figure four leg lock? Yeah, I bet she do too. I mean, because women are emotional people. You're gonna go through some conflict with them, and that's why a lot of men be like, I'm good. I'm good. I'll just go ahead and try to be the best version of myself. I'm not gonna let one drag me down." The song by J. Cole is called "No Role Models." I wonder, do I need to do another broadcast on simp songs because I done ran into quite a few since the last broadcast. I'll focus more on like the '90s. When all the young boy groups were coming out and they were talking about they be doing anything for these chicks. Yeah, I think that's what they believe submission. I would never submit. I would never let you be my oppressor. Another thing why the submission convo is so stupid. Black men ain't never tried to oppress black women. The fuck did that shit come from? Listening to the white folks. Shit. They sitting around here complaining about just pearly things, but shit. That listening to white people thing been in black folks for a long time. I never simp. I let the music simp for me. Shit. Well, hey, I guess that's a loophole. What up, American Negro? Another string on simp songs would be lit. That Pap and Remy relationship is just one playing higher than the Wade Gabby situation. Pap lost a lot of opportunities due to holding things down when he could have used that time for career growth. Hmm. Yeah, that's interesting because I mean he had it. He did have that chance. He did have that chance. I mean, wasn't he one of Busta Rhymes remix song or whatever? But he was real, like as far as underground shit. Papoose was a legend. Dude, Papoose was in the spot. Papoose, Fabulous was in the spot that Papoose should have been in. Mm. As American Negro saying, "What's up, Kev?" in chat. So all of you in the chat, American Negro is giving you a shout out. Black men are not working in coal mines and construction, talking about oppressing black women. Shit, I just got home. Shit. Like, I ain't trying to oppress anyone. Fuck out of here. Mulatto Vanguard. What's poppin', Kev? Just checking in. Yeah, what is up? Spain man. I see you down there. The Black Line. Papoose is a beast. Yeah, I've listened to some of Papooses stuff. I listened to some of Remy Ma's stuff. She had that one song what she talking about she was conceited. I said, yeah, that's some New York shit. Like, I mean, no offense from anybody from New York, this shit. Go in some circle saying you from Alabama. See how that feels. Pap still dope. He runs TuneCore now. Oh, you talking about that? Are you talking about that organization that be sending me them notices on random shit? Man, you're using this song. We're gonna have to share the profits. I'm like, man, I don't make money on these videos anyway. I do this for the people. Shoot. These conversations are a whole waste. My suggestion to black men is do not engage when you see a female that's sitting up here calling niggas broke, talking about niggas broke and they expect me to submit. I'm like, that's a bitch that ain't got nobody. Pap decided to be a stepdaddy and ass nigga to a temperamental ass bitch that received 7 years over shooting someone over $1,000. I understand the principle, but still not worth it. Oh, oh, that happened. Peace, fam. What's going on? What's going on, RPM? Good to see you again, brother. Man, Man, these people are a trip. Shoot. All right. I mean, oh, Papoose was a stepdaddy. You know, one of you had one of them shirts. I'm not a stepfather. I'm the father that stepped up. Oh shit. Oh boy. Shoot. I'm almost afraid to drop the link after last night. And the smoke show. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, guys. I have some great news about the smoke show. I have decided to keep it as a permanent staple. So from every Sunday until further notice is going to be Smoke Show Sunday. Even when I have to do Black Manosphere Show of the Week, I'm going to try to do both. Last night was some BS. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what happens when you call yourself doing a smoke show. That's a shoot. That's what happens. Shoot, when you do a smoke show, as is where there's smoke, there's definitely smoke. Shit. Shoot. I don't know, man. I guess Kev, excellent idea. The smoke show has that extra and Spain Man said I was replaying it up until I went ahead and hopped on this live. Oh, okay. So y'all checking out my content. Raw B Cheek says I could be wrong, but Pap and Remy only had a child after she was released. If a regular nigga did that for a regular bitch, we'd call them stupid. Same situation, just famous people. Man, shit. Man, well, we don't give famous people passes. Not on this platform. Shit. We just shit. Fuck all that. They do something. But I get off that, I'm done. Who has smoke for you, Kev? You're the most level-headed guy in the sector. Can't say the same about some of these characters. Nah, I mean I call it a smoke show. Yeah, but just to it's it's a it's a content strategy. I'll put it to you like that. It's going and I believe it's gonna pick up steam, and I also believe it's gonna be a great summer. I mean, it's not gonna be without its bumps in the road. That's just human life right there. But one thing that you will find out about some people is that some people don't like to be challenged. They don't like their points of view challenged, and I'm here to dispel all that. So it wasn't smoke. It was a straight hookah lounge. It had a chance to be really productive, but it turned into a Wild West shootout. Yeah, man. And y'all know me. I don't usually run shows like that. But I don't know. I guess I got to step into that fight. Because the thing is about that kind of thing, it is an issue that we do face. And I don't know. Maybe I want to discover a way to get out of it when it happens. Teach our teach our people, especially our men, about conflict resolution. Cartel, what is up? Yep, Cartel was in the building last night. He's in the building tonight also. Smoke shows give people a chance to get shit off their chest. Yeah, maybe I should maybe I should make it a forum to where if people get into it, shoot, they should just be able to come here and air it out. As me playing as a mediator, host to the conversation. Shoot, just tell the truth. Be brutally honest. Said need a 1 minute timer, man. Yeah, yeah. All of the talking at the same time bullshit. Yeah, that's gotta slow down. I mean, trying to dominate each other with words. I wouldn't be surprised if someone tried to kick up dust and maintain a sense of dominance in this space. People are pretending to want solutions for problems. They get paid off behind I've I call that shit out quite regularly. You know, w- many of us, we call ourselves being here to help. Many of us do. And one thing that I've always consistently said is if you're receiving some type of help or some type of learned lesson off of the content that I present, then I'm not going to argue with you on that. Yeah. Say anytime I see a channel actually being truthful, here comes an established channel trying to suffocate it to stay afloat. Uh, I what I try to do is to counteract that. I just try to stay on path and deliver the same content I've always delivered. If anyone is purposefully trying to infringe, um, I have to knock them off the mountain. And it may take a month, it may take a year. Um, I'm very persistent. I'm not the speediest person when it comes to things, but I usually do get to the goal. It's that nigga moment. You should get a blowhorn or something that makes a loud noise. They use it when there's too much commotion. Man, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you're right. These are all great suggestions. Timer, a blowhorn, or some type of sound bit, a video. Maybe there's all kinds of things we can do, but people just be getting so upset. It's like, God damn. My thing, the thing that has really disappointed me about something like that is the fact that I just expect when it's grown ups, when it's adults, I just expect us to conduct ourselves a certain way. It is all this downgrading to arguing, trying to out yell each other, name calling. That's not gonna be something that's gonna translate very good from a podcast on YouTube. It's like you gotta understand, like nobody's close enough to throw a punch. So what is coming off as is flat out disrespect. And who wants to continue to have conversations with a person like that, regardless of whose side you were on? Some people just want to see a good conversation. I was in a chat line earlier where the men were holding women accountable, and when a person in the chat brought up a point to disprove a talking point, they were timed out. Uh, I try not to practice that here. I mean, it's like the only way I time people out if, like, I don't know, if they make some kind of really, really stupid suggestion. Like, cause I can time anybody out that I want for whatever reason. I just don't practice it. I don't power trip. But one thing that I do encourage strongly that the moderators do is to try to ride the conversation out. If people are being very disrespectful and saying, like, talking about dead people like Kobe Bryant or something like that, I blocked the person from the channel for that because that was completely tasteless. And the only reason why they were even bad mouthing Kobe the way they was is because Kobe married non-black, and just that is the stupidest fucking thing that you could say for a person like Kobe Bryant, whom the bitch that said that didn't have a chance with the man anyway. So unless it's something crazy like that, not no, I disagree with you, so I'm gonna time you out. Because I used to have that shit happen to me. When I used to go in chats, pushing against, people who were, pushing against people who I felt as if were being kind of stupid, or if I disagree with that person. Like it could be something as little as a disagreement, and these people just go off they fucking rocker. We can't have a productive conversation if we're yelling at each other. Yeah, yelling and insults. They even go as far as the chat shadow ban. So when I join a live, I make sure the people in the chat can see my comments, especially when that pseudo pandering shit starts. It's annoying as fuck. Shoot. Like I said, like I said, this for the moderators too. There are many of us. There are many moderators in the chat. I'm very moderator heavy here, and I just want those moderators to practice what I preach. I sometimes go into the chats of disrespectful B dubs that insult black men. I start debunking stuff and giving them brutal honesty. The host threatens me and eventually bans me. Yeah, that truth makes them uncomfortable. And the fact of the matter is, you can't argue against the fact that 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 that's the one thing. It's like they'll call it. God, I really hate to say these. SBE. They'll call it that only because they can't argue against a fact. Yeah, BL's running the echo chamber with no pushback allowed. Yeah, and this that's why a lot of people, I would say, that's a lot of people don't understand why I do things the way I do things. When you go to other echo chambers and you start to disagree, then they time you out immediately. But it seems like when they come over here, they have a chance to speak. I want them to have a chance to speak. I want that to be the difference between myself and them, is that I actually allow a dissenting conversation to happen. Because when you're throwing rocks like that, I want a chance to at least respond. So, what better way to execute that than to do it over here on this channel? It's kind of like being on a job where the boss is clearly fucking one of your coworkers, and the second you mention it or even disagree, you're done for. Huh, yeah, yep. Fem sales will rather you come up there trolling than actually drop logic on them. Yeah, and it's only okay to troll other brothers. Cartel, that's what grown adults are supposed to do. Fucking right. Raw B Cheeks disagrees with Spain Man's femcel terminology, saying femcels don't exist. I'm blocked on Paris' channel on 4 accounts, and I've never talked crazy, just rational debunking. It doesn't matter if they disagree with it. It's just as bad as calling them a bitch. It really is. So I just see me with a lot of people, a lot of like a lot of females that are like that. I just go for the bitch. I don't even waste my time. Shut up, bitch. I know who you are. I've seen this many times. You're like Gabrielle Union. But see, people who spend time in echo chambers like that, they're not gonna come over here and try those same arguments. Whatever the antonym for celibate is what women are. Wade is a pussy, emasculated, and a gump. See what I did? LOL. uh, yeah. So, all right. Like I said, I wasn't gonna really spend too long on this, but see how mature Raw B Cheeks and Spain Man is being down there. Cartel, yes sir, you cannot grow and think for yourself as a person if you only stay in your comfort zone in echo chambers. See, that's why I'm trying to visit more channels myself, and even if it's in the chat or an opportunity to hit the link, just put myself in the situation to where my point of view does not dominate. And you could actually learn a lot from exposing yourself to those environments. Like, for instance, you learn the kind of people you really don't fuck with for real, which is a productive use of your time, believe it or not. Yeah, but let me get back to the topic. Proof the 50-50 submission convos are bull. They are bull. They are complete bull. And the reason why they throw it at us like that is because they just want to call us broke when in fact they're the ones that are broke and feel broke. And I mean, there's plenty of sisters out there doing the damn thing. Uh, that's not what I'm saying. But at the same time, the ones that's the loudest are the ones that wear blue vests when they go to work. Uh, Feminazi. Yeah. Shoot. I mean, you'd be surprised the details of people's lives, and I mean, this ain't even. This is not even through doxing. This ain't even through doxing. People say little things here and there, and they give away things about their lives all the time that they may not meant to give up, but they just get so heated and so emotional. It's like let them talk long enough, you'll know exactly who they are. They're telling themselves. And I deal with folks that tell on themselves quite frequently. When you're on social media, yeah, people tell on themselves all the time. Because anybody that has a general problem with the opposite sex and that's all their rhetoric is, yeah, the number one assumption of that is that you don't have a good dating life, with the opposite sex. And they use that on guys all the time that will articulate themselves, and it's not even necessarily that they're not doing good with the opposite sex. It's just that when you disagree with a motherfucker, they come up with all kinds of things to say. Yeah, there are many words that are like that. Mr. Cheeks says, Spain man, I feel is just that when a word is tossed around, it gets overused and eventually gets used for the opposite of its intended meaning. Hmm. We should be precise. I'm actually following this conversation. This is a pretty cool one. Spain man, like saying the blood is thicker than water, used when a family is to be shamed or guilty to be there for a family member, but in reality, it was to show strength in ideahood, not family. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That little blood thicker shit is used to gaslight. And I mean, there's varying degrees you have with closeness to families, but if it's okay to feel as if a non-family member has treated you better or they're more reliable than a family member, it's okay to be that way. It's not some thing that makes you a traitor. I mean, there are ways you can do that bullshit, but that's not one of them. Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, let me see here. Let me check. I hope everybody watching press like. Like seriously. I hope you did. See what's going on here. Okay, all right, that's cool. 39 total. I'm sure the replay gang will add some lights to that. But yeah. What would be a good thing to, and I'm going back to the smoke show thing. You think I ought to put the submission conversation in a smoke show? So you can hear all of the crazy things that people will say about it. Like like with the whole paying, 50-50 and stuff. Like they'll say some things like, he don't deserve no pussy if you got to pay half the bills, and then you turn around like it's like we be getting pussy and they be doing 100. Man, let me tell you something. Some of the guys that I grew up around, like I hung out with, these be some of the most I can't keep a job niggas to save my life. That be living under a chick. The real saying, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. They knew even back then, family be on that bullshit. Yeah. Wow. The submission combo would definitely get the ball rolling. Pause. See, you ain't even have to say pause on that. It ain't like you said, get the balls rolling. Like if you said that, it like that, it's like this man. What are you suggesting? War one ball? Like what the fuck? But there was definitely not that was definitely not something that you should have said pause on. I mean, unless you're talking about mediocre tutorials and reviews. Now, look. I was a cancer patient too, so I don't want to hear none of that shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stopped by Fresh and Fit earlier. Like, not to say that I'm promoting another content creator, but I mean, let's be realistic. They had like what when I was watching them, they had like 33K, and they had that they having a debate with whatever those guys is, Sneeko and Destiny and Rolo Tomasi and some other guy. um, Marcus Romero Productions. I agree with what you said a few minutes ago. Comfortable old ninjas is worse than the boomer generation living off women. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. Like I said, they had a lot of people in the chat. Yeah, shit, you can't help. You got like 33K people watching. Shit, they gonna have they gonna have to put them limiters on the chat. Shoot, that's some serious cash too. Like even if they didn't make super chat, like the YouTube revenue should be pretty good on something like that. No, the super chats would have done better. But like they doing a damn thing. Shit, some of us can only hope to ascend to that type of quote unquote greatness. And think about the heat they catch for who they are. It all is almost as if bad publicity is great publicity when it comes to spaces like this. And you got old peg leg, you got him trying to capitalize off the same thing. So shit, good luck to them guys after that. But That's it. I'm done. Like I said, this is taking way too long. Anyway, I mean, it's only so much you can say about some shit like this. That's a serious engagement, yeah. And the highest one that I've seen thus far uh, is shit. JPT has 60K watching her. Like you just the one that was doing numbers like that at first was the departed KS. Man, say Wade is salivating. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. This has gone on long enough. Appreciate you guys for stopping by once again. Um. Uh. This is Kev, apparently one of the most level-headed guys in the space. And remember, when you're down bad, people gonna remember when you wear shit like this. So, yep, yeah, Howard, that was the Andrew Tate. Yeah, it was Andrew Tate. I think Brittany Renner was in the room too. So, yeah, yeah, and it was a couple other folks too, but it really was. Even then, I was like, damn, how the fuck is she so fucking popular? And then I know how some of y'all be thinking, must be the ops. Well, she must be the ops. I was like, shoot. But anyway, I'm done, y'all. Just getting a little sleepy. I might do an extra show this week. You know, might do an extra show. But anyway, had some more people getting in, but y'all just kind of watch the replay because I'm finna about to lay it down, and that's it for now. So said like, share, subscribe. Cash App is at the bottom. If y'all want to throw me a couple dollars real quick, and if not, that's cool. We a like will suffice. A like on the video will suffice. So anyway, that's it for me at this point. This is Kev. I am not a relationship coach. Uh, this is BMBBH. Like, share, subscribe, and Kev, we trust. Long live the habitual line steppers. When you do not quit, you will not lose. All right, peace out. Oh, wait a minute. That's damn. I'm in the wrong part. Oh, okay. Now, peace. Now, peace out.